2017, Blue Planet Environmental Solutions is one of the Asia's fastest growing waste management companies. Hello everyone, this is Prashant Chaudhary for SME Futures, and today we have with us the co-founder of Blue Planet Environmental Solutions, Mr. Prashant Singh. A very warm welcome to you, Prashant, from SME Futures.
So thanks for having me. I think the pertinent question that we asked ourselves around 7-8 years back, how our future would look like for our future generations as far as the climate change is concerned, environmental challenges are concerned. And the more time we spend on this industry, on this sector, the more convincing it became that it needed some urgent attention, right? As far as solutions around waste technologies are concerned, or awareness has to be paramount, and so on and so forth. And that's what made us to think to bring an integrated platform for waste management, which is Blue Planet, as a company that we formed around 6 years back. And since then, we have made some significant progress as far as achieving our vision of zero to landfill is concerned. Yeah, so we have been a significant player in few of the key streams that we operate in. For example, in landfill mining space in India, we are by far one of the largest players, where we work on a zero residue model, and we clear the entire landfill and give the land back to municipalities, which can be used for further utilization. And we have, through that process, we have been the largest RDF producer in Asia. One project that we recently launched in Greater Noida, which is first of its kind in India, where we have demonstrated a successful deployment of a decentralized waste management solution with 90% processing capacity. The organic fraction gets used to generate biogas, which is filled into the same vehicles which go to collect the waste next day. So multiple projects like these, but I think building a sustainable solution is the future that we are aspiring to build a strong foundation around it, and so far it's been very convincing. So I think the sector that we operate in, it needs all collaboration and synergies that can be explored together. Okay, and that has been, I would say, one of the challenges over the recent decades. So we are very open for exploring partnerships and alliances, and we always try to forge alliance which is a win-win for all stakeholders. I think that is one of the key aspects of how we liaison, how we partner and work with other stakeholders in the system. Yeah. So see, I think in India we have made some good progress over the last decade or so, right? I mean, be it in the form of policy level interventions, getting some frameworks in place, getting the right compliances getting implemented. We are seeing the level of enforcement of those policies and the deployment of those policy frameworks on the ground, and the partnership between state versus the central government. I think that those are the areas where we need a little bit more help and support, where people should work in a much more collaborative manner to solve such a humongous problem that all of us are facing. I think there has been some good tailwind as far as the government policies are concerned. For example, we started with the SBM guidelines that were formed, the SBM 2016 rules, which gave us the backbone of the waste management sector, and then it got refined later on in 2019. And SBM 2.0 guidelines, I think 2 years back. This is an evolving industry, right? So there are still might be few unknowns and the factors which doesn't have clarity enough for people to take a call, and that is what there are folks who are still sitting on the fence, not taking the benefit of it. But because that opportunity is there and there is a desperate need of looking for a solution, I think those calls have to be taken in a much more cohesive manner so that tangible progress can be made on the ground. I think first and foremost, the critical starting point would be creating more awareness, right? Awareness, we as consumers, be it our future generation youths, steps that they can take individually towards a small contribution out there. So I think that awareness is where people will start thinking differently, behaving differently. And that behavioral change will slowly get adopted. Okay, so that is one important aspect. And once we start doing that, I think what will also happen is this will force our communities, our stakeholders, our municipalities, governments, policymakers, everyone to work towards a more sustainable ecosystem getting built up. But what is equally important is if we reverse integrate, see how those products are being made, how much water is being used, how much electricity is being used, is that a renewable electricity being used to make those products and things like that. So I think those questions are also being asked, and that's how we'll be able to complete the loop of a true circular economy ecosystem. You see, I think our sector has been neglected for decades. Right, this has not been one of the glamorous sectors to be associated with, and but having said that, it's a very, very, very critical piece to the puzzle. Right, we have more than 1.5 to 2 million people engaged in the waste management sector in the informal way, in the formal way. We have more than 2,000 plus employees in India. And through them, we have been able to transform the sector in a much more positive manner, where we are trying to bring the dignity of labor back into the industry, where people respect each other, respect the job that they do. The technologies that we deploy, we ensure that they are not only sustainable environmentally, where we are not solving one problem and then creating three others. We want to make sure that it's an end-to-end sustainable technology out there. But we also ensure that is scalable, right? And the only way it can be scalable if it's self-sustainable financially. Okay, so financially also it has to make sense, and that's how we try to deploy and scale those technologies, spend more in R&D, explore those partnerships that I mentioned earlier, to make sure we are able to expand the offerings, and the industry is able to reap the right benefit with those innovations coming along our way.
For more such videos, keep tuned in to SME Futures.